All right, guys. A little late to the party. I was messing with that OBS software. I was going to try to make it a little bit of a cleaner on the cam. Couldn't seem to get it working right. So I'm about 10 minutes late. OBS kind of locked me out of my YouTube account. Just trying to work with that. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead. I'll get some things going on here. I know I said it's going to be 7 o'clock, but let me go and get some a box while you guys get all settled in. Let's see. I think I'm just going to start off with, before we get to some big boxes, I got some other little, just small boxes I want to open up a little bit just to see what they are. I think it's going to be something like this monster of a system. Oh my gosh. Look at this guy. This is a massive, massive box. Oh, look at that. It's such a massive box. I'll tell you what. I can't even get this all in the picture here, but the reason why it's so massive is because the system itself, I don't know if you guys ever had a 5200, but it's a massive system. I can't even get this whole thing in the shot. This is oh look, check this out. Oh, still got the manual and everything. That's kind of cool. I don't even really want to get this sucker out of here because it's so huge, but we're going to give it a shot. Yeah. A little bit of there was some tape there, some paper, but it's all good now. Anyway, let's just get that out. As I'm going on the top of the here, I'll show you what I'm doing here, guys. I'm actually, maybe if I can bend this over a little bit. Yeah. See, I'm going from the top of that all the way down to get those big boxes that I have those games in. Anyway. I don't have anything in this. This is just a box for my Odyssey 2. I already had that out though. So anyway, we saw that earlier. It just wasn't in the box, but that's the box for it. And again, this is another one of my boxes. I know I got a Dreamcast somewhere in here, but right now, we'll talk about that once we get it. I need to fix this. This is actually a collector's edition right here, but as you can see, it's put in wrong. Let me show you what this looks like real quick. Let's lower this down a little bit. I'm gonna mess with the camera a little bit more. There we go. Put this open. Now this was kind of cool. This is a collector's edition. That's another one I got. I can just figure out how to open these up sometimes. There we go. It's the Modern Warfare. This came with, it's supposed to be, what was it supposed to be? Like a headset, like infrared vision, whatever, like night vision goggles. There's the Modern Warfare 2. It's a nice steel case, actually. I want to check that out. Looks like there was something more in that besides the steel case. I don't remember what these all look like, but this actually had a little display stand. So they give you this, this little head to put together. I'm going to put this right here. I don't know if you guys like collector's edition, but if you've seen my other episodes, you'll know that I love collector's editions. They're pretty neat. Just going to put that little head together. But that's not why I bought this, of course. This is what I bought. This is gonna be pretty cool. Check this out. Check that out. That's pretty cool. What? Oh no! I kept the batteries in. I shouldn't have done that. Kind of gave me a little corrosion there. I got to clean that up. But you gotta admit that's pretty sweet, man. You guys should wear this. It actually works. It just makes everything green. It doesn't really do night vision, but it's still pretty cool. I thought it was really cool. You get to display it on this guy right here. So you just gotta, and that's it. You display it like that. That's pretty neat. What else was in there? Oh, that's part of the other. display stand. You put the little thing under there. Anyway, you guys got the gist of it. But yeah, I accidentally kept the batteries in there. You should never keep your batteries and stuff there. A little dusty because I do display this a lot. I just took this out. I'll clean that up, get it nice and going again. Yeah, that was the Call of Duty Modern Warfare here. Put this one up here. Oh, that's right. A little book was with that. Not just the steel. You know, I love steel cases. All right. There's another collector's edition right below this. Well, actually, yeah, I got my PS5. Now, of course, that's hooked up to the TV. It's not in the box, guys. Oh, look at this monster here. This is a funny one. This is now you guys mainly heard of the 2600s. Probably heard of the 5200, 7800, but this is the Atari 1200 XL edition. Yeah, it was a typewriter or two. Put the cartridges in there. I got the hookups and the controllers. Probably in another box, but it's pretty neat. Now you play some games. I know they had like a Donkey Kong math game I played. Now you guys see my red Wii, and this is the box for it. You know, it's funny. I actually bought this box at a yard sale for $40, and it was supposed to have the red Wii in it. And I was so excited to get the Wii, the red version, for $40. I didn't even look inside. He was just like, "Oh yeah, it works great." I took it home because I felt like I was, got it for a steal. And yeah, it was just a box. So then later on, I did buy a red Wii again with the controller and the nunchuck. But yeah, $40, almost a good deal. But I ended up just buying a box, which some people do. This is another Call of Duty collector's edition, guys. This is actually pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let me open this up right here. Man, I really need to lower that camera, don't I? I'm trying to get it where you guys can actually just see what I'm doing here, but maybe. Yeah, this is a little bit better. All right, this is. See, when I buy the collector's editions, I already have this game, so I don't really fool with the games that are inside. So that's why they're always sealed. A lot of my collector's edition have these games. I don't know. I mainly buy it for the collector's edition. That's why I buy it. Not so much for the game. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of the games I do play. This is actually a pretty cool little statue. They always give you those little extra trinkets, little sword, some badges here and there. Again, I'm not big on the badges, but as you can see, what I like is that. That is so cool. That is very, very neat. I like how it's just plastic. And I know it gives it that bronze look, but yeah, it's just a piece of plastic. It looks like one of those bronze normal soldier statues. And it was pretty good. All right. Anyway. I don't know if you guys are bored of collector's editions or not, but I personally love them. Every time I get one, I'm just going to show it to you guys. Well, last time I made a big mess doing these unboxings when I got done. Trying to do a little bit cleaner. Oh, there's another. Oh my gosh. Check out these ones, guys. This is a massive one right here. Oh my gosh. I know this does not have the game in it. I actually bought it just for this mainly replica of this guy. Yeah, the game usually goes right in here, which we don't have. Let's just open this up. Oh my goodness, this thing's gonna be so huge. I'm gonna get this on the floor here. Oh my goodness. Oh. Look at that. There was some kind of redemption code in there, though. Never used it. I'm sure it's not. Oh, I never even opened this, guys. I know what it looks like. It's a little statue. I'll go ahead and see if I can prop this open. I want you to see why I bought this this collector's edition right here. Give me 1 second. I thought I opened all this stuff, but sometimes I get them when I don't have room for them. And I always say, well, I'll open it up once I get room, which I am now getting room now, so which is why I'm going through all this. All right, I think I just about got this popped off. Just popping the tape up. It's a massive statue in here. A massive one. All right, that's kind of neat how they put a little. A lot of times they just have a blank styrofoam, but they actually etched Battlefield 1 in it. Kind of went all out on that little. Anyway, look at this. I do get the if I do get the game. Comes with a nice little steel case. And no game. I knew it wasn't no game in there. I just like the size of the statue. I mean, this is a massive size. It's not so much like it's a pretty neat, entertaining type of collector edition. It's just the size of it, the pure size of this, man. Just having that sit on there, massive size. And again, there's like a deck of cards in here. You can swap out some of his weapons, stuff like that. Well, there's batteries in here too, so I guess. Oh, interesting. I guess that makes sound effects. I didn't know that. Well, that'd be for another time when I get it actually hooked up. Maybe I'll make a little YouTube short on that specific person. Yeah, we need to find some good boxes though. I still got quite a few games left to undo. But before we get to it, let's do one more collector's edition. Oh, yeah, this is actually a pretty good one. I already know what this one looks like. I had this displayed up for a little while when I did have room. Yeah, that's a nice one. It's a little steel case. Yeah, I still haven't opened it. Okay, another. But I did open this, so I know what this is going to look like, guys. Here we go. Oh, they did the same thing. Maybe more did that. I mean, it's not as graphic as the Battlefield. It's barely in here, but it does say Marvel. I know the camera's probably not going to pick it up. I won't bring all of them out, but I'm going to give you a little piece here. The the Infinity Stones. They're kind of look like little Easter eggs. They look pretty cheap in plastic. But these actually comes with all these statues, man. I was like, whoa, a 4 statue display. Can't beat that. That's a good one there, especially Iron Man. Gosh, I love the Iron Man. Yeah, I'm a geek. I like little stuff like that. Oh, this is more of a big one. This is a big setup, though. Big setup. I think that was my last collectors, and we're going to start digging in through some boxes here. There we go. Almost. Well, this is a 360 box, but I already showed you guys the 360. You guys know all about the 360. Now, this was actually given to me by a friend of mine. I never even hooked it up. To be honest with you, never even knew one of these existed. Some kind of Texas instrument. Sometimes it's hard to go back into a retro gameplay if you never actually played the game before. You know what I mean? But this is a very nice condition. I'll show you what it looks like here. It's almost like that Atari 1200 that I showed you. Yeah, very good condition. I don't even know if there's any games. I mean, it looks like I do got some kind of things in here, but it may not even be. I don't know. I'll have to look more into that one, guys. Anyway. We still got what? We got the Neo Geos, the Jaguars, Nintendo, Sega Saturn, Sega CD. And let's see what this is right here. All right. Let's open this up. Again, it's just Spark Video Games, so I really don't know. Oh, Resident Evil 3. I'll probably put that one on eBay. Speaking of which, I did have a few things go off on eBay. Now, this is a little bit of games, and this is a little bit of everything here, guys. Look. Big old. All right. If I saw some of that, let me just have a little seat here. Start going through this. Oh. You know, I never cared for this system because I loved the other version, but the 2DS, you know, I saw this at a yard sale. I picked it up just to finally get it, you know, just to see what it was all about. But I wasn't really that. I don't know. I wasn't really that impressed with it. I like the 3D part. That's why I love the 3DS. The 3DS was great for that. This is the Atari 2600. This is my original one that I had. Well, my uncle had it actually a long time ago, and he ended up somehow I ended up with it. But this is what got me into video gaming. Seeing him play the 2600, man, it was just so cool to see a person control the TV with a joystick, and he let me play it. Man, I guess I was probably in maybe kindergarten, maybe 4 years old, maybe before kindergarten. I'm not for sure, but that's right there is what got me into all this. 50 years of gaming. This is a little flashback. You guys, you know, they got quite a few of these types. I don't know which one's which. There's a few of these plug and plays they started making. They started coming out with so many plug and plays, and then Nintendo came out with the mini. And then the minis kind of started taking over. But this was a plug and play Genesis. I liked it because it looked just like a little Genesis. Had the two controllers. Had quite a few games in there. This was a fun plug and play. I got the mini Genesis, which is way better. But here's my little collectible. I don't know if you guys know who that's from, but that is Beautiful Joe. Beautiful Joe. Now, I always did. I might see a few of these. Find 8-bit Nintendos, put them together, give them new 48-pin connectors. Probably what the this is my these are my my little kits when I worked on my systems. You know, when you game for a while, you kind of just start working on everything, get everything good to go. Man, having pups, man. This was a good little, cute little animal. My puppy. My dogs chewed it up. Oh man, is this the good one or the? No. This isn't the. This is the duplicate. So I know what you're gonna think. You know Donkey Konga, right? Well, Donkey Konga made it, and then they also. Oh, it is the original one. Good. There was a knockoff brand you can buy, and I think I bought one of those, so I had two Donkey Kongas. So I love Donkey Kong. It was a great well, I got a lot of instrumental games that you guys can see here, but let me go ahead and yeah. I don't know if any of you guys ever played the Donkey Kong games, but these are great, man. I had a little microphone right here, so when you would do the bump, you had to blow in it, or you can clap. You know, it just depend on what the setting was. I can't remember if we blew on it just to cheat, or if that was an actual prompt on there. But I do remember blowing in this thing. They also made that weird game to go with this as well. I can't remember what it was called. Something Obanga. I can't remember. This was pretty neat. I like my lunchbox. I don't collect lunchboxes. I just saw this one, you know, and it was pretty. Well, I got it there anyway. Yeah, came with a little kit. Phantom Hourglass. That was a good one. I don't think that came with this. Yeah, it did. Phantom Hourglass. That was on the Nintendo DS. I like that one. I don't know if you guys play your Zeldas or not, but that's a pretty good one. Man, this is back in the day. This is my. I gotta clean these up. They're so dusty. But when you ordered some games, you get these little. This is Resident Evil. What was it? Outbreak, right? And you remember when you get so many of the pre-orders that you got were so awesome back then. Well, this was a little toolkit. You get your little survival toolkit. I know it looks like it's a regular tool device, but that's what came with it, man. If you went ahead and pre-ordered it, picked up your game, got yourself. It's actually a working flashlight. The handle used to be on here, but that got a little busted up. What else we got in here? Yeah, I got that pink DS. It's floating around. I think we already found it actually loose. I'll show you something that you guys probably haven't seen before. All right, again, dogs, man. Dogs getting. I have my collection always sitting out. Dogs got a hold of it. And but this is Zelda Spirit Tracks. You might be wondering, what is that? I'll show you. So the stylus that they had, these were actually, you get these at E3s. Remember E3 when these, well, back in the day when they had E3, they don't really do those anymore now, do they? And when you go to an E3 event, you can get these. They would give them out, and I actually got a couple of them here. That was the Spirit Tracks. What was this? I don't even know what some of this stuff is. Sometimes if I just, oh yeah, this is I do like collecting pins for some reason. They're pretty neat, but see if you can read that. Probably not. Yeah. Anyway, it's a Nintendo GameCube pin given to me. These little tiny trinkets just make your collection a little bit more unique. I like those little one-offs that you really don't really know about. Not everyone's buying them, collecting them, but they kind of make your collection stand out a little bit. And when I said I collect pins, I do, man. This is another Nintendo GameCube one. What do we got here? We got a dusty old PlayStation. Oh yeah, this was the PS2. This was kind of cool. I liked how you can just, it's very smooth. It has a great weight to it too. And what is this one? Oh, and Xbox 360. Yep. I like them all, people. I like them all. This looks like some kind of Square Enix. Ooh, I wonder what Grandia. Man, wasn't Grandia such a great game? I played on Dreamcast. I don't know if you guys ever played Grandia on Dreamcast, but I know they got them on other systems, but I think it was Grandia 2 I may have played. I love the Grandia series. It was fun, challenging. All right. Ooh, this is another good collector's edition. Again, dogs. I'm telling you, they ruin a lot of stuff, but you gotta love them, right? So you can see that little seal. You see that little seal right there? I don't know if that gives it away of what this is going to be, but I know what it is. Let me just open it up. Again, this is when you pre-order, you get some goodies. Let's see what this is right here. And Castlevania 30th anniversary music collector edition. Comes with this little, I forget what that even was. Let's just find out. Let's do this. I'm going to open this up here. Maybe not. I'm not going to open it up. I can't figure it out. Anyway, I don't think there's anything in there. I think it just held your DS game, because I think I got this when I ordered a DS. Castlevania. Let's see. Portrait of Ruin. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. I pre-ordered Portrait of Ruin. Got this pretty cool pre-order merchandise. You got a nice little art book with it, Yeah, they don't. Everything's digital now. When you get when you pre-order something, man, it just I really want to open this up, but I can't. I know it's just it just holds your DS game, but whatever. We're not going to mess with it anymore. I'll try to give it a second shot. I'll mess with it later when I'm not sure. All right. What else do we get in here? More pre-order stuff. Let's see. This is a silly one. You probably never seen this, guys. This is a A Nintendo GameCube calculator. Yeah, you won't find that on eBay. I don't know. You might find these on eBay. You could. Little stuff like that. Man, wasn't. Hey, look, I know it's not the game, but Gun, before Red Dead Redemption came out, man, Gun, that was the game right there. Man, if you had a chance to play that before Red Dead, you definitely appreciated that game. Let's see. Some more pre-order. This is all just like a big order of pre-order goodies. Tales of Symphonia. What we got? On the Mishu, this is just artwork. Resident Evil 4. Oh, look at that. Numbered 5,100 out of 18,000. Ooh, look at them. Rare. 21,000. I know these all were numbered. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I think for this box anyway. I don't know why I got Black Ops 3 stuffed in here, but I'm going to take it out because that goes with my Black Ops 3. Okay, whatever. Definitely unorganized here. Actually, yeah, look. The Zelda Yahtzee. No, a buddy of mine gave that to me for, I think it was my birthday. Gave it for my birthday. All right, let's see if we can find some actual games though now. Let's see if we can find some more games. Let's see what this box is. Oh, it's a little heavy, so I think this might be some games. Sounds like cartridges. Oh yeah, definitely cartridges. Ooh, some good cartridge games, guys. Got Super Nintendo. Here we go. Let's see if I can hold this up. I don't know why it's so heavy though. There's something else on the bottom of this. Let's just go through some of these games here. Man, that was heavy as. Oh man, hey, right off the bat, man. Look, I got Secret of Mana. Man, bought the multi-tap. Me and one of my good friends and his brother, we played this. Oh, it was so great, man. I love Secret of Mana on the Super Nintendo, man. I don't know if you guys that were watching, if you in the Super Nintendo era, but that was definitely a wonderful. If any of you guys played Secret of Mana, let's see, what do we got here? We got Tetris and Dr. Mario 2-in-1. Just the uniqueness of it. I like having the 2-in-1 games. I don't know if they're worth much more than the actual ones by itself. Man, you know what? This is a great. I love Super Mario All-Stars. It was a wonderful game, but I had the Super Mario World with Super Mario All-Stars, and I lost it. I remember I looked everywhere for it out of my Super Nintendo collection. Let's see what we got here. Battleship. Yeah, I call them fillers. Tetris Attack. That was actually a pretty fun game. I like Tetris Attack here. Fatal Fury. Yeah, that was actually not bad on the Super. Hey, look at this. This is probably one of my favorite fighting games, next to Street Fighter on Super Nintendo. Tournament Fighters. Man, you guys ever play that? I hope you guys did, man, because that was so fun playing Tournament Fighters. Tournament Fighters was just a very fast pace, hard hitting. Loved it. Breath of Fire 2. That's another good one right there, guys. Breath of Fire 2. What we got here? I don't even know where I got this one. What in the world? Yeah, I must have got that. That must be a yard sale find. A little dirty on the dirty side. Let's see what else we got. Oh, that's a little bit more. Final Fight Guy. Yeah, that's a little bit more rare than the actual Final Fight. It's because Final Fight, I loved it in the arcades, and when you buy it on the Super Nintendo, when you have it on the Super Nintendo, man, it didn't come with Guy, but then they came out with Final Fight Guy, so you can be Guy. And even though I never picked Guy, I was more of a Hagger kind of guy. Oh, he had a cool grandma that had a Sega Genesis, and that does sound like a cool grandma. Yeah. I got some Genesis games. Oh, we went over the Genesis on episode 2. That's right. I had a big bunch of Genesis games, man. Some good RPGs, some great RPGs on there. You know what I loved about the Genesis is the Sports Talk Baseball. I don't know if you ever played that. The Sports Talk Baseballs were wonderful. I love those. a lot. I remember Tony La Russa, Sports Talk Baseball, and they had Joe Montana, Sports Talk Football. They were fun. They were fun. Oh yeah, this was the Punch Out, man. Yeah, that was great. Still, I've always just loved the Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Always my favorite. Always my favorite. Yard on. Let's see. Family Dog. Yeah, yeah. I call those filler games again. Yeah. Let's see. Secret of Evermore. Secret of Evermore is a great game, guys. I know it's I need to finish it actually. I've only barely played that game, and I realized I was going to be one of those games that get into it. And I was like, when I get time, and I always put it on my backlog. I need to pop that open and actually play it and jam it. It's a basketball game. Use digitized characters on it. Oh, and there is my Super Nintendo actually. I got my Super Scope somewhere in here. I don't know if you guys ever played that. Super Scope 6. I loved it because it had that big bazooka. Remember that big bazooka on Super Scope? I think it had 6 games. Yeah, that's why they call it Super Scope. Good. Super Scope 6. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Nintendo handhelds. Yeah, I got a Game Boys, a few Game Boy games. I don't have a lot of handheld games though. Probably either 3DS or DS would be my biggest library on Nintendo. I wouldn't even know. I probably no more than 20, 25 games. Let's see. We got Pilot Wings. Yeah, was it Cabela? I remember I bought a Wii game and I was expecting it to have Wii motions, and it didn't. And I thought it was Cabela Game Hunt. I can't remember. Oh, I remember I was so disappointed in one of these Wii games I bought, and it did not have the motion pointer. You had to move your stick around. And it may have been for a different system, maybe, because I wouldn't think Cabela would do that. My memory is probably getting a little hazy there. Mario Paint. I got the mouse somewhere in here. I didn't actually find this game that fun. I don't know. It was cool having a mouse on your Super Nintendo, but other than that, we got Ninja Gaiden Trilogy. Oh, Game Boy Advance. Yeah, I don't know how many games I have of them. I haven't busted out my Game Boy Advance in a long time. I haven't even seen that one yet, so I still got to find that one. I still got to find my Game Boy Advance. I already got my 3DS, my DS games on my last episodes. Yeah, Ninja Gaiden was great on Nintendo. I thought it was so crazy because it looked like a cinema, like, oh, it's like a movie. It's a cartoon I'm watching, even though it wasn't that great nowadays, but the gameplay was fantastic. Very hard, very good. Putting on the Super Nintendo, nice. Yeah, championship pool. Never really got into the pool games. Not too much at all. I don't know how many more Super Nintendo games we got. Let's see. We got Pushover. I think it's like some kind of puzzle game. ESPN Baseball tonight and Pro Sport Hockey. I didn't play too many sports games. Probably just got those. Man, there's still a few more in here, guys. A few more floating around in there. That's good. We got Syndicate on Super Nintendo. Definitely would not prefer that one over there. There is a bunch of systems in here, actually, guys. Not just. Let's see. A few more Wolfenstein 3D. That was really crisp on the. I think they made it on 3DO Wolfenstein, and of course, Donkey Kong Country, man. Donkey Kong Country. I did like Shinobi on Genesis. So hard. I thought that was so hard. I never did beat a Shinobi. And there's another 2600. So now I'm wondering if that first 2600 was my original one or a duplicate. No idea. This is for my Guitar Hero. Well, I'm sorry, my World Tour. I need to quit standing up and talking to you guys, but anyway, break out. There's a couple more games in here. 32X. What game is this? Motocross, and then Virtual Racing. Hey, that was a great game. Virtual Racing was really good. Definitely liked. Remember when it came out on the Genesis? and the cart was like a massive cart. I think it came out for like $100. You know, because back then you can just add chips to the cartridge to do what the system couldn't do normally. Remember when Super Nintendo started doing with the FX chip? A GameCube game floating around. I haven't found my GameCube games. I probably got about. Oh yeah, definitely gonna set up, man. That's the whole point of going through this. I got all this out of storage, put it all in here in my living room, and I took a picture of the wall. I remember putting it on Reddit, and then I put a video on YouTube. YouTube video had about almost 50,000 views. Reddit, I took a picture of. I think it was like a 250,000 views, and so I just made this YouTube channel to. If anyone was interested, go ahead and. No way, that's crazy. I like how I still get the manuals for these sometimes. Anyway, Xbox controller. Yeah, I don't think I'll have enough room to set up everything at one time, so it's going to be a little bit decisive for me. Oh yeah, that's what I felt like I had the best joystick on playing the Atari with that sucker. All right, let's. Oh, here's a good one right off the bat. It's my PS1, not PlayStation 1, but PS1 with the screen. Remember these? Look at this. Made it portable. Yeah, that's right. Didn't even take that off, man. What is a game in there? Yeah, what was I? Apparently, I was listening to some Sammy Kershaw. Yeah. That's actually a great. His first album is actually a great album. Anyway, the PS1, man, so tiny, loved it. What other system? Oh, I didn't know I still had this. I was wondering what this was. The Genesis 3. Oh no, is that a button broken? Dang, that sucks. There's a broken button on my Genesis 3. That's terrible. It'll still function, but I didn't buy any. I didn't buy a portable one for the GameCube. What we got? We got a Phantasy Star on the Master System. Now you played the Genesis. If you're a Genesis fan, Phantasy Star is good. What's up, Mr. Stretch? Super Mario World. That's the last of Mr. Stretch. If you came in a little late, man, I'm gonna show you. You just missed out on the Super Nintendo collection. Don't worry, you can always watch it later. What other? Okay. Oh man, when this thing first came out, guys, I was a hater. Now, of course, I love it, and I bought every system since then. Maybe it was Bill Gates. I don't know, but oh my gosh, it still weighs a ton. It still weighs a ton, man. The original Xbox, right there. Yeah, this is I guess I didn't care for when I saw Halo, and I was like, I'm not buying no Bill Gates system, And but no, after you play Halo, you can see why it was so fun. I mean, when you get it, it was a great system. It's a great system. Oh man, I still had one more. Knights of the Round. Was that mouse? No, that was King Arthur. I had the mouse, the King Arthur. Knights of the Round was a great. Oh, it's right. It's a great side scroll. I remember this game. Wonderful side scroll. I love games like that. I have them all, man. Mr. Stretch, I have them all. Mr. Sleepy, I love original Xbox. Yeah. Now, was you excited for that Xbox as soon as it came out, or did it have to grow on you? I just wasn't happy with another system coming in because at the time, I really wanted the Dreamcast to succeed. Man, when I saw Dreamcast set up, hey, remember that little clip? I'm all over the place, guys. Don't worry. I'm just excited to go through my stuff. Check it out, Grandia. That's the game I was playing, Grandia 2. Oh, it was my last game I was playing on here before I put it to bed. Never did finish Grandia 2. I came so close, though. Me and a buddy were playing. Not together, of course. He was playing a game, and then, hey, did you make it this far? Did you make it this far? No, I haven't got there yet. Oh, wait till you see this. And it's kind of cool when you play an RPG back and forth. Hey, I came late too, Stretch. I came 10 minutes late, man. I missed it. I missed the. I tried something with OBS. It didn't work out. But yeah, back to Xbox though, man. When I first played it, I just didn't remember the controller was so huge when it first came out. It was so bulky. I thought it was too big. Then they came out with the S controllers, and then I really did like Halo, and they had some other good games getting thrown in there, and that's when I finally got one. The S controller is what made me put me over the top. I still got one of those big bulky controllers somewhere around here, though. I don't know. I wonder if that was one of the big ones. No, that was a Mad Catz. But I do love the Dreamcast. I do love the PS2, man. It just came out firing on all cylinders for a while, didn't it? I wonder if there's a PS2 in here. No PS2 in here. But the Dreamcast, man, Soul Calibur looks so smooth. I remember playing Soul Calibur on this. First time I went to Babbage's. I don't know if y'all remember a Babbage's. Back in the day, they had so many different game stores. Babbage's, and they had a display. I was like, oh, what's Sega going to do now? They just did that Sega Saturn, which was kind of I don't know, wasn't that great in the end. But Dreamcast, man, I was blown away by it. Had to have it. It was a wonderful system. I'm glad I did. I got a huge Dreamcast collection. I haven't went through it yet, though. I haven't found that one. I got so many libraries I haven't went through. And this is the boxes I got left, everybody. Look, let me show you something real quick. Right there. That's the rest of my boxes right there. What's behind me is I already went through on the first and my first episode's really terrible. I try to use a third party for streaming. Bad quality, bad sound. I'm using a mic right now that I bought for that. Super Nintendo. Of course, it goes with all the Super Nintendo games. I like this. Let's do this. This system, look, I got this system. I'll tell you how I got this system and why. When it came out, I did not want this system. I don't think anyone did. The Magnavox CDI, okay? Magnavox CDI. And is there a game in there? No. I remember I was working at a Game Crazy, and somebody wanted to trade in their CDI with the box. I think I already showed you guys that. Which one was that? Is it still out here? It's somewhere around here. Anyway, they were trading that in, and when they traded it in, they had about 10 games for it, which you saw. I found my CDI collection, Little Devil, and there was some Zelda games I have. That's the whole reason why I wanted it. But anyway, we only gave Game Crazy. That's why I worked at Game Crazy. We only gave like $19 credit. And she was going to do that. And I just told her, I'll tell you what, I'll give you $20 cash if you go ahead and just sell it to me. And she was like, heck yeah. So $20. I got like 10 CDI games, a Philips CDI in the box, and an extra controller in the box. $20. It's one of the perks of working at a game store. Hey, you get crappy pay, but every now and then someone comes in and you might be able to buy. You're not allowed to do that, If management finds out you did that. I don't know what they're going to say. Game Crazy doesn't exist anymore. Now, look, this is a GameCube. Hold on. I'm going to show you this other GameCube. Okay. I haven't found my GameCube collection yet. That's still in there, too. Like I said, I got over 100 GameCube games at least. But this GameCube, and you're going to see a difference in this GameCube. You probably notice it right off the bat, right? Not just the color, but the bottom portion of it, the Game Boy player. I actually have 2 of the Game Boy player disc, too, because I have 2 Game Boy players. And it's so crazy that the disc is worth so much on eBay. I'm not going to sell my disc. I may sell my Game Boy player and one of the discs. If I find them both discs, both Game Boy players, I'll probably put that on eBay as well. I do got a little eBay store. I call it 50 Years of Gaming. I think I put like about 10, 12 stuff on there. And Game Boy Player was awesome, man. Oh, Funko Land. I forgot about that game. Yeah. Funko Land was great. Anyway, let's put all this stuff up here. That was a pretty good box. Had some pretty good systems in there. Found more of my Super Nintendo games. That might be the rest of them. I can't remember how many. Oh, no, I think I found 64 games on my last time. Yeah, I found some 64 games. So I probably got some more games floating around in here. I'm just going to clean it up a little bit. If you guys want to get a drink of water or something. There's another box over there. I don't know if that's a gaming box or not, though. I'm not really quite sure what we got going on over here. See what this is real quick. Oh, okay, yeah. Now this is a small box. This has a couple of my games in it, but Let's see if any of you guys ever played these games. Okay. Now you probably played the games, but did you play the original? The original games here. Look. Samurai Showdown on the Neo Geo. Right there, man. The Neo Geo. And what else we got here? And we got crossed swords. Crossed swords on the Neo Geo. Check out these cartridges. Did you guys ever I didn't have I couldn't afford a Neo Geo back in the day. I did work and buy my 3DO, at the time. That was the most expensive system. But the games cost as much as a Super Nintendo or a Genesis system, They're like $250. And I couldn't ever afford one, but my buddy had one, a real good friend of mine. And we played it all the time. Oh, I loved the Neo Geo. It was because back in the day, this is what the arcades looked like. These were the games they had back in the day, and they were able to take those games and put them in your home, and you can play them at home. It was like the closest thing to playing arcade games. It was really cool. Really cool. Go over here. Now I got more games, and of course the system's somewhere in there as well. I don't know exactly, but let's see. I got a couple loose games here. What is this? What do we got? A sampler disc, the PSP. You guys remember the PSP? Man, I gotta fix that glare. I got a couple of these Game Boy games. Lucky Luke. Yeah, geez. I know we had a Game Boy person in here talking about that, but yeah, and Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Let's see. What is this? There's something. It's just like a miniature. I think it's one of my minis in here, guys. One of my minis. Oh, yeah, the Atari 200. I actually got that still hooked up to my, but I was playing with my son. And when there's a game on here, we actually played a lot. It was, it's like tic-tac-toe 3D. It was like 5 levels of tic-tac-toe, like in a virtual environment, believe it or not. And it was actually pretty fun. You can get tic-tac-toe. I think you got to get 5 in a row. I can't remember. You made the rules as you went. That's pretty much it in that box. All right. Still got quite a few. Let's see what we're going on here. I'm going to open up another. Well, actually, before I do that, check out this, man. I remember. Now, I already have my NES box, but a buddy of mine said he had an NES box he went to sell me. And man, the condition, though, oh, it was brutal. It's brutal. But I bought it because it still had the styrofoam in it, like from the original. I don't know if you guys remember getting the Gold Star 3DO was $29.99 with free shipping on eBay in 2005. Man, don't you wish we could rewind time on some of these? That PS1, what was that PS1 I had, guys? Oh, I put it back in the box. That PS1 with the TV screen, it's when Toys R Us had it on sale, clearance, $20 each. They had the screens for $20, and they had the consoles for $20. And I bought 2 consoles and 2 screens. I sold a TV and a console for like I think $80. And then you ever do that? You ever buy multiple stuff only to make money to the stuff that you keep, you get for free almost or at a heavily discount? But yeah, that's where that PS1 and the screen came from. Toys R Us, $20 each, man. I got the boxes still. Anyway, what I was going to show you, I got to show you this. This is an interesting collector's edition. You guys know I love collector's editions, right? I mean, I think my very first episode, I opened up 26 collector's editions. 26 of them. Then episode 2, I did like 3 of them. Like I just kind of felt like I kind of put an overkill on it. So I didn't want to go all out. But anyway, I'm going to show you. Get this pulled up here. I already opened this, but I was careful with the tape. So it kind of sealed itself back up, So let me just, this time I'm going to actually cut the tape open. Now, I'm not a sealed kind of collector. I like to display my collectors, and I like to play my games. So, but I do want to show you how cool this one is. Or if you guys are familiar with, there's a nice little steel case to it, man. And I like to buy collector's edition based off how it looks, like what's inside. How's it going? I'm going to have to put this down here, guys. Maybe. Come on. Oh, it's not going to let me take it out, is it? Yeah, it is. I need like another person. Oh. Won't one of y'all help me out here? Yeah. Anyway. Come on. I want you guys to see this. I may not, guys. Doesn't want to come out. And I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to rip it. All right. We almost got it. It'll be worth it. Trust me, it'll be worth it. There we go. Might be worth it. So if you guys ever played the Death Stranding, oh my gosh. You're probably going to know what's in this briefcase. If not, you're about to find out. Oh, man. Here we go. Oh, why'd I buy this? Anyway. Here we go. It's a baby. Well, you know, if you played the game, you get it, you know, but it's another, I thought that was a very interesting collector's edition, the way they went on that route. Yeah, they got it all nice. Here, I'll show you the inside of the case and everything. It's pretty neat. It's kind of plasticky, the case itself. But, all right. I think that's going to be, oh my gosh, I still got several. Oh, you know what? I want to show you this game, guys. One game. We'll worry about the other collector's editions later on. Gotta get this game out here. All right. Oh, it's a big one. This is one game. Anybody remember this game? Actually, it can't. I have it for Xbox. And you might be saying, "What do you mean this is one game? Like, what is like? It's not a collector's edition. This is if you bought the game. This is what you bought." And it's Steel Battalion. Oh yeah, you nailed it. You nailed it, man. Huge controller is correct. Here's the pedals. There's the pedals. So Steel Battalion, for those who don't know, is a mech game. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I just want to set this up right now and start playing. Just looking at it again. Oh man, guys, I got too much stuff in here. Look, let's see if I can do this. So here's the game. Let's see. Steel Battalion. You control a giant mech. Let's see if we can do a little splitting up here. I want to at least get this controller out so you guys can see. So look, every button actually does something, right? Every button. I think there's even windshield wipers on here for one of the buttons. So you got your gear levels, cranking up, cranking down, right? You got all that stuff. And you would put this, you know, together. Let's see if we can do it. It's a massive controller. I want to, man. Here. Also came with a huge price tag. Yes, it did. Oh, and we got it. There we go. The most realistic sim game for its time when that came out. Oh, man. I mean, now virtual reality cuts back on the need for this stuff. But a buddy of mine, he actually paid for this, bought it. Then there were some games coming out. And he sold this Steel Battalion to me for only $100 just so he can get, because it was, the $100 was more than what the credit would give for a gaming store. I can't remember what he wanted. Might have been a system. I can't remember. All I know is I got Steel Battalion for only $100. Death's not included. Yeah. But it's a fun game. If you get this set up right, guys, oh man, it's a blast. It's a blast. I wonder how it aged. You know, sometimes games just don't age too well in time. I don't know if you ever broke out some games. Like when I broke out the 3DO. Yeah. All right. Where are we at? There's another collector's edition, but I'm going to hold off onto that because I kind of want to go through some more games. You know, I want to see if I can find some more. All right. This is kind of a jumbo box I got here. This is another, just the regular box marked video games. I can't really hold this one. It's heavy. It means it's going to have a lot of my wires in it. Let's do this, guys. Let's see what we got. Oh, what if I could put a little bit more in the... Yeah, I'll turn this camera so you can kind of see what I got when I'm going through this. First off, I remember, I've got a bunch of boxed SNES games. But they're mainly sports, right? There are a lot of them are sports. I don't really need these. I remember I bought all these boxes off of, that was actually not too bad, RPM Racing. Off a guy yard sale. Now they were all sealed, but you know, you can tell when you see a bad seal versus a real seal. He was selling them for $100. Well, he marked them down to $50. I knew they were not sealed, but I just figured, you know, there was like, I think there's like 25 of these games, but they were all sports games except a couple of them. And I thought just that by itself was probably going to be worth it. And yeah, the games, the manuals, the boxes, they're fully in here. I think you got them from Blockbuster. But yeah, I need to get them all out of here and just get rid of them. Because I'm not really much of a box collector. So I'll probably put a bunch of these just on eBay as well. I don't know if any of you are. Let's see what we got. Oh, there's Jam It and more John Madden. Lots of sports games, man. Lots of sports games. But one of the interesting is when I was breaking through these sports games, and I was opening them all up. That Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle one that you saw, that Tournament Fighters on the Super Nintendo, that was actually one of the hockey games, and that alone was worth it to me. That $50. Oh man, I couldn't believe that Ninja Turtle game was sitting in there. And there wasn't all sports games. I did take out the non-sport games, but I'm trying to just give you guys an idea of just how many games this guy sold me for $50. Like I said, not in the best condition. All sports, a lot of repeats. Oh my gosh. Hey, I'm about to move these because these are just, it's kind of getting ridiculous. But yeah, right there, guys. And then we got one more little Tasmania one. All right, let's get these out of the way. There's actually some pretty cool stuff in here. It's like a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. Like it's not an actual complete library, nothing. Just some games that are on there and some games that are not. Let's get these out of the way. Get these out first. I need like a person to, when I get done taking a box apart, pass it off, have somebody go through this stuff and get it out of the way really quick so I'm not packing everything back. Anyway, let me just put this right over here too. So what was in here? Some Nintendo games. Not my library. I got, again, I haven't even found my Nintendo games yet either, man. These are just some random ones that are a little bit out the track and field one. Man, when I got this game for Christmas, the Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade games. Remember when Ninja Turtles came out? Everyone complains about the water level. I'm one of them. The water level sucks. But the arcade was really good. Remember, you go to the arcade, you play Ninja Turtles. It's a fun game. Then they put it on Nintendo, and man, this was... Hey, I just saw that comment. When you say people still play it online today, are you talking about Steel Battalion? Did they play... Are you talking about that old Xbox game? I didn't know that was even possible. What the... Check it out. Got Dr. Mario. Ninja Gaiden and another Ninja Gaiden. That's going to go on eBay. I don't really keep duplicates. Well, apparently I do, but it's usually from a lot. Usually from a lot. What else we got here? PlayStation game. Since I grew up in the Atari era, I love all the Atari renditions that's out there. Love it. Tecmo Super Bowl on the Genesis. I didn't even play this one. Remember Double Dribble on Nintendo? I don't know who wrote on it, but yeah, they practically ruined it. I could probably clean it up though. But Double Dribble on the Genesis Playoff Edition? Anyone ever play that? Huh. I didn't even know I had it, let alone played it. Guess I'll figure it out. Let's see what else. There's a few stragglers in here. What else we got? Oh, Weapon Lord. You know, that was a really good game. When I bought that, I wasn't really expecting much, but I loved the graphics for it. It was just a fun game all around. What else we got in here? More Super Nintendo box games, but I don't care for those. What else we got? Nintendo 3DS. Another 3DS game. Uncharted. What is this? 3DS Luigi's The Dark Moon. Yeah. This isn't a great box to go through. I know a lot of these other boxes that are left, though. They're going to have complete libraries. Why in the world do I have another? I got so many. This must be like my duplicate box. I got more Ninja Turtles. I didn't know I had that many duplicates on here. All right. We got another little gun here. Is this my 3DO gun or the Justifier? Let me tell. I don't know. I don't know what this is for, to be honest with you. Let's see, Xbox controller. Another GameCube controller. Oh, a 64 game floating around. 007, yeah. That was a bad impression of 007. And Nintendo controllers. I ain't busting those out. Yeah, anyway. Just a lot of straggling games over here. I still need to find my other collections, man. They're in there somewhere. All right. Let's get that out of the way again. Move this. What else we got? Let's see. Oh, I'll show you this box real quick. I'm not going to take them all out, but this is my Skylanders. Yeah, I got quite a few. I remember in the first episode, I came with a lot of Skylanders, but I knew I had another box. These were like the giants, a few of the cars that were in there. I don't know if you guys ever played the Skylanders, but Lethal Enforcers. Was that what the Justifier was? I was gonna say Lethal Enforcers, but I didn't recognize the attachment. It looked like an Atari plug-in. I was like, why is this? Anyway, I'm not gonna go through all these. I got an 8-year-old now who loves the Skylanders. Let's do this. Let's see here. Looks like a couple old systems. I don't know why I had that. I probably bought that on a whim. Just Donkey Kong Country, the show. But anyway. Oh, okay. This is actually not a bad box here. It's actually pretty decent. Oh, yeah. I didn't know I still had this. Now this, we already found Pong. But this one, that is, you can tell by the blue, Super Pong. This came out in 1976. We found the 1975 Pong already on a previous episode. Now this is going to be a Sega box. Oh, one of the many attachments. The Sega 32X that goes into your Genesis. Yeah, they had the attachment and the attachment. What else? What's this? What is this one? Oh, and this was the Sega Genesis and the Sega CD. I don't know if you guys remember those. This was the number two. I have the original Genesis with the original Sega CD as well. I already found my Genesis, my original one, and you just saw my Genesis 3. Anyway, so this was the main one that I used. And I would hook that up in there, and look at that collaboration, man. What a Genesis, Sega CD, 32X. Then you can put a Sonic game up here. Remember that one that you put another Sonic game in it as well? And it kind of, you can make it look ridiculous just on purpose. But it's still a fun game. Still a fun game. Sega CD was great, but when the 3DO came out, I kind of stopped buying. Like this is where I started out here, guys. Hope you guys remember that. The Sega Master System before the Genesis. This was the console, the 8-bit Sega. I don't have too many games for that. Well, you saw the Phantasy Star one. I need to put that one up. Let's do this. Let's put Pong over here. There's another system here. Now this one was kind of forgotten about in the 16-bit era. So kind of like when Sega Dreamcast came out, you know, kind of ended up being the last one. Well, this came out when Genesis and Super Nintendo, the TurboGrafx 16. Now this is the the booster. Yeah, that's what they called it, the booster. But it was actually, yeah, TurboGrafx 16. My controllers are somewhere. There's nothing here. And remember the cards? They were like little playing cards, man. Little playing cards. I loved them. I remember playing Keith Courage on this. And there was some kind of flying game on there. Now, of course, they had other great ones. They had the first Street Fighter on this game that I have. That's it for that. Let's put this here. What was it? The giant brick from a 360. There was a 360 in another box. I just didn't bring it out. I already brought out like 3 of my 360s. That would have been like number 4. I got too many 360s. Too many. What else we got? Oh man, I'm trying to time this, guys. How many people we got here? It's 8:16. Wow. Yeah. I usually do these for a little while now, but I don't think I'm going to give it a break. We're going to go ahead and probably stop off here. I think 2 boxes down is going to be my NES box. I think that's what it was. And I definitely don't want to. I'll just double check. Let me make sure. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Definitely, guys. So I'll do this next Sunday. I'll just start off right there with that NES box, man, and hopefully I'll be at 7 o'clock. I know 7:10 is what I was at, but yeah, it's going to be over 100 Nintendo games. So many games. I'll probably might be the whole episode, to be honest with you, because I love my Nintendo, and I'll probably just talk about so many games. I might even fill the whole hour up. Anyway. Thanks for joining me, guys. It was fun talking with you guys. I like when you guys use up the. I just noticed. I don't know how long ago. Bubblegum said Xbox One was my first console. Are you saying Xbox? I don't know if you're still here, Bubblegum. I missed you when you said that, but I don't know if she meant Xbox One was the first, or the Xbox that one was my first console. You know, I don't know. But anyway. I'm going to go ahead and log off, and we'll call it a night. I destroyed my living room, so I gotta wake up my wife, tell her to get it clean. No, I'm kidding. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just start getting everything organized. Every time I go through these, they're fun, but I leave a giant mess everywhere, and no one can walk anywhere, which to me isn't a problem for me. The video games everywhere. I don't mind it. I think it's kind of cool. But anyway, I'll go and get off here. I'm just lingering here. All right, I'll see you guys next Sunday. Again, we're going to start with that NES box, and we'll talk nothing about Nintendo. Later. Game on.